Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of really interesting bodybuilding updates. The first thing we're gonna talk about is a new physique update by Nick Walker. Alright, so Nick Walker posted these photos, this set of photos, 3 photos right here, and they're taken in his famous basement at his parents' house. Now, what is interesting about these photos is that they're taken at this spot, and we've seen before what he looked like in this spot. Recently, him and his coach have been posting photos of him in a new spot, some other gym. I'm not sure where that was, but in those photos, he looked like he was super shredded. He looked like he was next level of conditioning. Even better than the last time we saw him on stage at the Arnold Classic. At the Arnold Classic, he was peeled out of his mind. He was spot on, perfect. Super full, super hard, shredded. He was also happy with that look, which is rare for him to be really happy with the look. That's how good he was. And based on his current photos he was posting recently, I thought he was bringing something new, some next level of conditioning. But here in these photos, we can see more clearly that it's not really some new next level of conditioning for Nick. It's basically just good old Nick Walker. He is very good, for sure, and this could be his best yet, but he might be like 5% better. Conditioning-wise, he's similar to what he was before the Arnold Classic, even though at the Arnold Classic, before the Arnold Classic, actually, he was kind of MIA, you know, he was kind of being a shadow, he wasn't really showing a lot. But still, we've seen photos of him a week after the show, or he posted the photos from the prep later. So this is kind of what he looks like at 2 weeks out usually, or he did before, like the last show or the other shows when he was spot on. So no, I don't think this is like a new level of conditioning. But also in those other photos, he kind of seemed flatter. And maybe he was flat because he was pushing for condition, and now he's kind of maintaining. Maybe he upped the food a little, I don't know. But in these photos, to me, he looks super big, super full, massive, and conditioned enough. Definitely conditioned enough. Here is a photo of his back lat spread, and here we can see more accurately what his conditioning is like right now at 2 weeks out. As you can see, his glutes are in, they're in for sure. There is still a little layer in the lower glutes there and some in the lower back and the upper glutes, but really it's just maybe some water and maybe slightly bit of fat. We'll see if he's gonna go for that level of conditioning to lose all that, but honestly, this is spot on. This is very good. He's gonna win the Tampa Pro easily. I am not even talking about him, you know, winning the Tampa or not winning the Tampa. Tampa should be a cakewalk for Nick. Let's face it. I mean, this guy almost beat, in my opinion, probably, I mean, he beat Andrew Jacked, basically. No, they didn't give him the win, but, you know, if the criteria was a little bit different, he could have won. Like, if they were judging for, you know, size and conditioning and stuff like that, Nick would have won. They kind of went with prettier shape, and that's why Nick lost. That's how good Nick is. He can beat guys like Andrew, he beat all of these guys before, basically. He didn't beat Derek Lunsford, but pretty sure he beat Samson Dauda before. He did, yeah, before Samson became big and this good, but still, he did that. He beat Hadi at the Arnold. He almost beat Andrew, so, you know, he's a top Olympian. None of the guys who are doing the Tampa Pro are on that level, so that should be a cakewalk. But let's talk about his chances at Mr. Olympia. Now, what I like, especially about this physique update, it's not really conditioning or the size, it's the fact that in this side chest right here, guys, do you notice something different? Do you remember Nick's midsection looking this tight in the side chest? I mean, maybe we have seen it before in the progress photos. Yes, this is just one photo, a moment in time. This photo was taken at a perfect second, and maybe he let go that midsection after 1 second, who knows? But he did talk about how he started doing the vacuums, and in some of the other shots that I saw in those previous updates, the last week or 2 or 3, he did seem like his midsection looked flatter. So guys, if Nick changed that one thing only, nothing else, if his conditioning is the same, and his size and fullness are the same, but his midsection is improved, his waist is smaller and he doesn't have any bubble gut action going on, he's definitely a contender to potentially win the Mr. Olympia. So this is looking very promising. He has the size, conditioning is spot on. It's probably going to be better because we're 2 weeks out. That's 1 more week of dieting potentially and 1 more week of dehydrating during a peak week. I don't know how big on peak weeks Prab is, but I'm sure he's going to do some sort of a dehydration. So expect a tighter, sharper, harder, maybe even fuller version of Nick Walker. If they can do all that, bring him in full and shredded, and if he controls the midsection properly, that's going to be an insane package, man. What do you think? Tell me down below. All right, the next topic we got is basically the reason why Samson Dauda has me on his blocked list, and that's me criticizing his training. So he posted this album of videos. He's training his delts right here. And as you can see, he's kind of jerking the way around. I mean, basically, he's using a lot of body English, lifting these 3 plates. I mean, this is still an improvement from in that video where I roasted him kind of and he blocked me for it. He was doing 25-pound plates on a Smith machine for shoulders. I thought that was strangely light. And I said that he was weak. But here he's doing 3 plates. I mean, 3 plates is definitely more than half a plate. But I can do 3 plates on this machine, maybe even more. So from him, from the biggest bodybuilder in the world, I would expect him to do at least 6 plates. But he's not doing that. However, he's doing this in a superset, and also he's probably doing a lot of volume in a training. Who knows how many sets he's doing as well. Really, I'm not going to sit here and criticize him for what he's doing. The fact that he is doing these exercises wrong, that his form is bad, that he doesn't know how to train. No. What I'm going to say here is basically that you can't tell me that there is an optimal way of training because all these guys, I mean, a lot of these guys train exactly the wrong way, right? If you saw a beginner in the gym training like this, you would probably correct him. You would tell him, hey, man, don't jerk your body so much. Don't use your body as a leverage. Just focus on the muscle, squeeze it, control the negative, pause at the bottom, this and that. And that's what you would expect somebody who's just starting to train like. That would be the correct way, the good form. And Samson is doing something completely opposite of that. And also, he's not lifting heavy, so he's doing exactly everything wrong, right? But he's still getting crazy results. So it just goes to show how there is no optimal way, or that these genetic freaks can do anything they want. Be my guest. Tell me, what do you think about the situation right here? All right, the next thing we got is, as you guys, I'm sure you watched my video yesterday and you know that Dorian Yates basically called out today's modern bodybuilding for synthol use or PMMA or, I don't know, all kinds of SEOs, and that he basically said that today's bodybuilding has become a cosmetic contest, not really, it's even more far away from the sport than it ever was. So he was kind of criticizing everybody, but specifically Derek Lunsford, because he talked about his lumps on his lats and that his arms look like bricks or whatever. And we know he was talking about Derek, so I was kind of waiting for Derek to leave a comment. He knows to get in the comment section and defend himself. He does do that sometimes. So I was kind of expecting at least a comment or a story. But what we did get is this post of him training, and the last slide is this, him sitting there contemplating his next move and says, time to go next level. When I saw this, I was like, what would be Derek's next level? What are his flaws? Well, are his legs small? No. When he is on, they're big and full, they're round, he's short, so it looks massive. Are his hamstrings a weakness? No, absolutely not. They're massive, they're shredded, glutes are spot on, back is insane. His arms are big, his shoulders are wide and big, his chest is full, his midsection is spot on. What he does lack is, as you can see right here in his most recent physique update, he lacks detail. Man, he lacks detail in pretty much every body part, especially the front upper body. So the next level for him will be probably finding a new sort of an implant that you can put in your arms or shoulders or chest and still have separation. So he's not using anymore any SEO anymore. I don't think he's using any more Synthol or Esiclean or whatever. I think he probably stopped using PMMA. He's done with that. That's a permanent thing. Maybe he's moving on to some new product. Maybe you guys who are watching this are more into this stuff and you know that there is a new product out there that's going to give you actually separation in the muscle. I don't know. Maybe you know, guys. Anyways, that's how the videos are going to look when there is no content, no real content out there to make an assessment on actual physiques. Hope you guys find it entertaining at least. You know, we're having fun here, really. But the last update we got for the day is an update from Colossus Ken. And this update is actually from 4 weeks ago, so not current, but he looked amazing here, man. He looked super insane. Big, full. He definitely progressed a lot since last year. And this guy is actually very intelligent, very well-spoken. In my opinion, he should be out there more, man. Do more podcasts, do more content. He needs to figure out the social media part of bodybuilding because he has the charisma, he has the intelligence, he's very well-spoken, he has the physique, crazy physique. But today, in order to make it, you need to be out there on Instagram, on YouTube, and that's something he's not really great at, but maybe he's trying because I've seen some snippets of him doing some podcasts, so that's how I know he's actually smart and well-spoken. So I want to see him more out there because the physique is great and his social media needs to follow the physique. And that is going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you soon, guys. All the best, and bye-bye.